And boy, do we have a bunch of things to talk about today. Today, officially, March Madness begins. And as Knicks fans, we are going to be watching the tournament, scouting for talent. And yes, today we're going to talk about some of the things that Cat has said recently. And there's no way that he could have said this. We'll get into that. Josh Hart has been balling. We got to put some respect on that brother's name. And I believe that Josh Hart's performance is really, really pushing the Knicks forward. Giannis had an injury update yesterday. And how does his injury update impact the New York Knicks? We got some news on Deuce McBride. But what are some of the things they may not be telling us about Deuce's injury? And I got a very crazy trade idea that it may piss some of y'all off. And you might be triggered, as my man LD would say. But listen, we're going to discuss that today on the Blue and Orange Brunch. Big time salute to everybody watching the Blue and Orange Brunch straight out of New York City. It's the Objective Fan. And I'm also out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show, the Blue and Orange Brunch. And yes, March Madness has officially begun. Before we get things started, I do want us to get the likes in. You know how we do. As you enter the show, smash that like button. It's very important to the algorithm that we let them know that this is the place to be this afternoon. Okay? So continue to smash that like button on the way in, y'all. All right? And also, we know that in the last 28 days that well over 50 to 60+% of you guys are not, who watch are not subscribed. So help us close the gap and subscribe today. Of course, we're on the road to 10,000. And each time we reach a subscriber milestone, there's a special giveaway. And of course, the next milestone is the 5K mark, where we will be giving away this Jalen Brunson rookie trading card. There's no emails, no phone numbers. All you have to do is subscribe, and bam, we will mail this card directly to you. Okay? Definitely smash that like button as you enter. Big time salute to my man JJ. Okay, I see. Yeah, I know the March Madness is in effect. I was actually looking at that game too, the TCU Ohio State, just scouting for talent. We're gonna go through some talent that may be available. That I think that, not necessarily what I think, but just based on what the people who read the scouting reports think and how they can impact the Knicks. All right, so we're going to touch on that in a second. Also, big time salute to everybody who was in the building last night. I did a trial, the first trial hearing for Mikal Bridges, and I felt like I did a good job. A lot of people didn't agree. They felt some type of way. They might have been triggered. It is what it is. Also, I got to give a big time salute to my MVP donors, man. Two of them, my man Ty, and of course my man Khalil, for the nice, generous donations last night. We do appreciate that is the fuel to this show. All right. Big time salute to Zach. I see you. And of course, Maxine, the super producer. Big time salute to all of y'all. But those two brothers last night were real, were definitely really key and very pivotal. And my man Ty was triggered a lot. So if you didn't see that Mikal Bridges show, you could watch that after this if you just try to get your binge or Knicks content, especially since we have so much time off in the midst of March Madness. As far as we got some news on Cade Cunningham. I'm going to do an unfiltered thought on Cade Cunningham probably tonight. and I'll drop it for the channel members because I think there's something about K that impacts us in a special way. Him going down. Now, of course, we don't want to hear that. I don't want to see nobody get hurt. I don't give a damn if it's the ops. I don't give a damn who it is. I'm a player appreciator. I don't hate on the players, right? So, I want to see all of them prosper. That's just the way I'm built. I could never be a hater of a player. So nobody's wishing injury on Cade Cunningham. And we hope that he has a speedy recovery because we want to beat the Pistons healthy. We don't want no excuse. We already know they got a million excuses, and we know they're gonna go crickets. But I will be addressing that later as well. Now, you know what? I'm gonna jump into research mode. We'll start off with last night's scores, as we always do. I always like to look at what happened the prior night and what's going on tonight, so we can get abreast of where we are. Because all of these games impact us in one way or the other. Now, I didn't get a chance to watch the Celtics game last night. I really did want to watch it, and I will watch it today. But the Celtics blew out the Warriors. Of course, the Warriors are without Steph Curry, but Draymond and those other guys did play, and it wasn't enough as the Boston Celtics smashed them in Boston. And we know that we're in a playoff battle with the Boston Celtics right now. And they, speaking of Boston, I think Boston is trying to find their way out of the debate, y'all. I'm sorry. It's looking that way. I'm hoping that it's not that way, but it's starting to look a little shaky for Boston when it comes to the debate. But I'm gonna move on. The Thunder versus the Nets. Nobody gives a damn about that. The Trailblazers beat the Pacers. Nobody gives a damn about that except Portland fans. The Toronto Raptors did beat the Bulls. This is a big win for Toronto, as we know they're ensconced in the battle for trying to secure a top 6 seed in the Eastern Conference. So this is a big win for them. The Utah Jazz versus the Timberwolves. Nobody gives a damn about that. But Timberwolves, once again, they're in the race with LA, Denver, and Houston to try to secure a top spot in the top 6. All right. And then the Hawks versus the Mavericks. Nobody gives a damn about that. But once again, the Hawks is a potential first-round matchup depending on where they finish in the play-in series. As far as the Nuggets and the Grizzlies, nobody gives a damn about that. But once again, all of the games that we usually don't give a damn about matters. And actually, the Grizzlies, and this is important, and I might have to watch this game. No, I don't. I always confuse the Pelicans and the Grizzlies. I don't know why. Anyway, I don't have to watch this game. Thank God. Anyway, the Grizzlies upset it. The Denver Nuggets. Maybe I wouldn't say they upset it, but they got a home victory against the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are not the great. Well, they got a good away record, but it is on the road and stuff like that happens. But the key implications for Denver is, remember, they're in this race with LA, and LA won. So now LA also beat the Rockets. This is a major win for LA because it keeps them as the 3rd seed team in the West. All right. So a lot of playoff implications. And, now all of these games are important, even if we don't really give a damn about it, right? So when you look at the Magic and the Hornets tonight, this is another big game. The Hornets are putting pressure on all of those teams in the play-in or just above the play-in because they're like, listen, we're on the rise. And Charlotte, believe it or not, is a -6.5 in this game. This is going to be a good game to watch tonight. If you guys are not into college like that, I would go check out this Magic Hornets game, and it's on NBA TV. As far as the Pistons and the Wizards, usually no one would give a damn about that, but Cade Cunningham is going to be out. So now we got to see how these Pistons look. I'm telling you right now, if the Wizards don't got major injuries, the Wizards could win this game. Let's see. Koulibaly's out. Black is out. Young is out. Yeah, the Wizards are going to lose. And George is out. Yeah, the Wizards going to lose. This could be an easy win for the Detroit Pistons, even without Cade. I thought that if they had their guys, it could be a little bit of a contest. But hey, you just never know. And by the way, Detroit is still a heavy favorite. The Lakers versus the Heat. This is a big game for a lot of reasons. Like I said, the Heat are trying to maintain a spot in the top 6. The Lakers trying to maintain the 3rd seed. They did play last night. So it'll be interesting to see how the Lakers respond on the second night of a back-to-back. We'll see. the Cavaliers and the Bulls, a big game for the Cavs as they trail us and they're trying to catch us in the rankings. So, Chicago is a team that's kind of halfway tanking, halfway not. We don't know what Bulls team to expect, but, this would be an interesting contest as well. Clippers versus the Pelicans. Clippers fell below 500. And I think the NBA is waiting to drop the hammer on the Clippers, as the Clippers are also contending for seeding in the play-in. The Suns and the Spurs, this is a very big game. The Suns, they're continuing to try to make their push in as a top 6 team. I don't think that will happen. But, the Spurs are pretty much locked in at the number 2, and they're trying to press on for the number 1 spot, which is not technically out of arm's length or reach. So this is a big game for these two teams. Bucks versus the Jazz. Nobody gives a damn about that, especially because Giannis is not playing. And we will be talking about Giannis in a second. And the Kings and the 76ers, nobody gives a damn about this game, especially because Maxey and Embiid definitely are not playing. All right, so those are the scores from around the league. And some interesting games, interesting scenarios. A lot of the playoff battles pursue, and teams are pursuing top spots in the conference. All right. And so I'm going to jump into my first topic. I'm going to start with let's stick to the March Madness theme. I start with the March Madness. These are some of the prospects that's coming out. And no worries, I will get to what Karl-Anthony Towns said in a second. Continue to smash that like button. All right. Very important for the algorithm that, yes, we are talking about NBA basketball on a college basketball day. So I'm going to go back into research mode. Bam. All right. A March Madness premiere for the Knicks NBA draft. All right. This is for the Strickland. All right. And here are some players and prospects that they think the Knicks may have a shot. Morris Johnson, we talked about him before. He's a 6'9" dude who can stretch the floor and he plays defense. All right. Now, the reason why we're going through these prospects and picks is because the Knicks do have their draft pick, which they could trade this pick on after it's drafted on draft night, which, I mean, we don't know if that's what the Knicks will do. You just never know what Leon Rose is up to. But if he doesn't trade the pick on draft night, these are the guys that we could actually select in the draft. Daily Swan, he's a 6'7" wing from Texas. Do you guys know about this kid? I like the height already. 6'7" wing, I take that. Okay. He's a genuine wing side scorer. He has handles and athleticism. We could use that at 6'7". We don't got that on this team. Athleticism with handles and scoring, yeah. He's mocked later, but he should be a lotto pick. So this guy should have been a lotto pick, right? But for whatever reason, he's not. And there's a good chance he goes late in the first round. Okay. He's an incredible finisher, both above the rim and with finesse. He's a strong passer, runs the offense for oh my God. 6'7" and runs the offense. Whoa. That's fire. This is a kid that could be available, y'all. His jumper is a work in progress. I don't give a damn about that. We could work on that. We got one of the best shooting coaches in basketball. Just ask Josh Hart. And we could work on that. I like this kid right here, Daily Swan. But look at the ages. 20, 21, 21. Another wing, 6'6", from Baylor, Cameron Carr. Wow, he has ridiculously long arms. He's a ridiculous shooter. I like that. With ridiculous bounce. Whoa. You rarely see guys like that. Do any of you guys know who this kid is? Cameron Carr? Long arms, ridiculous shooter, ridiculous bounce. All right, he takes high volume threes, including off movement, regularly hits poster dunks. Not a ball handler. Okay. That might be a demerit right there. Defense is okay. Another demerit. But he's 6'6". All right. But he has athleticism and the length to excel at rim protection at 6'6". That's pretty impressive. Now, we went over Bennett Sturtz before, 6'5" guard from Iowa, 23 years old. Okay. The best pull-up shooter in the class. Well, Kolek was the best passer in the class. Should we consider getting the best pull-up shooter in the class? He has unbelievably saucy handles. We could use that. All right. Very good first step. Generally plays below the rim, but has an incredible touch as a finisher. Defense is shaky. Due to lack of strength and flexibility. Good passer and decision maker. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? I don't like the defense not being there. I'm not going to lie. Now, this kid right here, I seen him firsthand. Patrick Gumba. Let me tell you something. Gumba, 7'1" center at Duke. Notice how I got this name right, huh? Yeah, I watched Duke basketball. Mitchell Robinson, size center with very strong flashes of shooting. He can shoot the ball. Think about a young Mitchell Robinson that could shoot the ball. That is him. Yes, he could pass and even defend the perimeter. All facts. I've seen it with my own eyes. All right. Anchor of the best defense in college. That's a fact. Duke has the best defense in college. There's no debate there. He's dealt with injuries. That's the only thing. The foot injuries. But he's scary at his size. Let me tell you something. He's very solid. I think that he has some good upside. He has some game. He's coming from Duke University. He's not 19. He's 20. You know, I think I think that you could get this kid. If he's there, I think he might be my first pick if he's there. But I don't know. The injuries kind of might drop him, though. I ain't going to lie. The injuries might drop him. Yeah, because he definitely has some injuries. That's a fact. 100%. I can't deny it. And I think he's hurt now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm on 100 on him being hurt right now. Anyway, I'll keep it pushing. This is another kid we kind of looked at. No, I don't think I looked at him with y'all. I looked at him myself. This kid right here, they were ranting and raving about him. His name is Montez Krivas. He's 21 years old, 7'2" center out of Arizona. One of the most impactful defenders in the country. He's an absolute tank. Will be stronger than almost every NBA center he faces. That's fire right there. Okay? Elite rebounder, surprising touch from floater range. Isaiah Hartenstein. And the free throw line. Lost the season due to foot surgery. Okay. And that may drop him. And he doesn't pass much. That's another, you're not passing the ball. Nah, you got to be able to pass the ball. I don't know about the not passing, but this kid, they were ranting and raving about this kid. Hey, this could be another Mitchell Robinson replacement. By the way, we did a show talking about Mitchell Robinson and how he could be up out of here, because of the contract and the Giannis trade and all types of different factors. So maybe the Knicks look to get a big guy out the draft to try to, replace what Mitchell Robinson has given us. You're still going to have Ariel Hukporti as an option. I'm not saying he's the best option, but you draft one of these kids. You got Ariel there as an insurance policy. And this is in the event that you don't get Mitchell Robinson, or if Mitchell Robinson is not a part of the future plan. But what do you think about some of these kids, man? Joshua Jefferson. Once again, I love the ages, 23, 21. This is why I keep arguing that college basketball is better than ever, because they're getting this talent to stay. And these guys are coming into the league ready to play, like a Zach Edey. A lot of these 20-year-old plus dudes, they come into the league ready to play. They experience, I know not in the pro, but that college experience seems to be giving these guys an edge. But this guy, Joshua Jefferson, he's a big husky wing with astonishing passing ability. That right there might get you drafted. 6'8" and could pass in the Mike Brown system. We could use that. Would be the best passer on the Knicks on day one. Wait, whoa, that's a bold-ass claim. I never seen this kid. Y'all seen this kid from Iowa State, Joshua Jefferson? Wait, is the Iowa State on right now? No, Ohio State. Okay. That was Ohio State. My bad. Oh, big time salute to Yuri. Welcome back to OKF Nation, brother. Hey, Yuri, man, get in the Discord, man. Stop playing around, Yuri. Get back in the goddamn Discord server, man. We need you back in the Discord, man. We've been having debates and all types of stuff in there, Yuri. Great to have you back on board, though, brother. Great to have you back on board. So he would be the best. How is he 6'8" forward, and now he's the best passer on the Knicks in day one? All right. Mobile, versatile on defense, but not explosive either. On either end, just learned to shoot well as a senior. Okay. But pretty confident with good form. Okay. Wow. He's a mobile and versatile defender, but not explosive. See, that right there, that could hurt him because you're dealing with a lot of explosive athletes. I don't mind him just learning to shoot. I could take that. I could take that. I got to see him. I got to see the explosion. But there's a lot more guys. I'm not going to spend all my time here. This kid, oh my God. Let me tell you something. If we get Isaiah Evans, let me tell you something about, first off, hold on. If the NBA messes up and let Isaiah Evans fall to number 25 and the Knicks draft this kid, this is the guard that we all been waiting for. I consider him, to me, he's like a 6'6" Ja Morant who shoots threes. The kid is super athletic, dog. Super athletic. But his three ball, this kid is a straight gunner. He is a bucket getter. He can attack closeouts well, right? Now, he is kind of slim, but he still defends hard, right? And he gets blocks and steals. He's an impressive, they don't say it there. I'm telling you, he's an impressive athlete. He could jump out the gym. He could catch alley hoops. But, yo, this brother could shoot, man. And he's 6'6". Hey, if I'm Leon, if this Duke Blue Devil is available, I don't think he'll be available. I don't know. But if he is available at 25, I'm not just saying that because I know. By the way, this kid, Ejiofor, is pretty good too. I actually seen him from St. George. Big time salute to St. George University. My school. You feel me? New York favorite, super strong and athletic, nimble, big man, generally switchable. Yes, he is. High motor, great passer, plus ball handling for his position. Hey, this kid, Ejiofor, I would take him too. Now, he's undersized in terms of being a 5, but he might, I feel like the power forward position may be on the rise again because there's a lot of real genuine 6'9" brothers that could really play inside too, not just on the outside. And, this kid, he's not a shooter, but in Mike Brown's system, he might run him at the 5. But yeah, there's a lot more on here. I'm just going to stick there. What I'm going to do now, I need us to get the likes up. That's first. So as you enter the building, continue to smash the like button. J-Test said, Ohio State is out of here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they are. I saw the game early, and then I had to, get ready for shows. By the way, tonight I will be doing a Knicks in 10 show. It's going to be a powerful show. I'm putting the final touches on my presentation. This should probably be around 8 o'clock. I'm going live. Make sure y'all in the building tonight. All right. Knicks in 10 show. Y'all know I'll be dropping straight fire. So continue to smash that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed, you might as well subscribe because we know in the last 28 days that well over 60+% of you guys are not subscribing after you're watching. So help us close the gap. We're on the road to 10K. And we have subscriber giveaway milestones. So when we get to the 5K mark, we will give away this Jalen Brunson rookie trading card. All right. Big time salute to Yuri rejoining OKF Nation. I do appreciate you, Yuri. Oh, he said they up out of here. Okay, I see. I feel you. I know Duke is getting ready to come on, but Duke is going to smash them boys. I ain't even worried about Duke right now. I'll probably start watching Duke once we get to the Sweet 16. Duke is just too goddamn good. Seriously, I'm not just saying that because I'm a Duke fan. But yeah, I think this could be the year they win it. Cam Boozer is if you hadn't watched Cam Boozer yet, yeah, you need to watch Cam Boozer, man. I think he's gonna bring back the power forward position. So you know what I'll do? You guys want to call up? I'll open up the phone lines. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. All right. And I'm curious to know what you guys' thoughts are. I'm going to get the cat. I'm getting the cat. No way he said this. All right. And the New York. TCU win over Ohio State. I see. I just got the alert, J-Tap. So call up. Also, while you guys are getting ready to call out, I do got to let you guys know about game night, the playoff edition to the 82 night series. Okay. It is out now. All right. In the link tree. Get your pre-orders in now because it's going to be here for a limited time. Maybe another 10 days. That's all you guys got to place your order for game night, the playoff edition. All right. And exclusively, it could be found on my link tree. Right. And that's where you can go to place your order. But let me ask you something. How many playoff moments have we lived through that we wish we wrote down? That's why I made Game Night the playoff edition. It's a fan journal built for the postseason. Bracket tracker, series previews, game night memories, reflections, everything. It's a way to experience the playoffs on a whole nother level. If you are interested, the link is in the description and on the screen. Linktree/TheObjectiveFan. Of course, right now, for a limited time, it's on sale, right? And free shipping. You can't beat that. So that means this journal will arrive at your door before the playoffs begin. So go place your orders now so you can expand your basketball knowledge beyond the horizon. And I look forward to seeing you guys inside of the 82 Nights Club. All right. Big time salute to everybody who placed their orders already. I do want to let you guys know, this is the 82 Nights. This is the first edition of the 82 Nights series. All right. And so now we're releasing the playoffs edition. All right. So big time salute to everybody in the building. Call up if you want to. The lines are open. Hold on. Let me just make sure the lines are correctly open. Oh boy, hold on. If you did call, my bad. Hold on. Let me for some reason the line, I don't see it. Hold on. I'm opening up the lines now. I don't know what's going on with that. Usually the phone line's already open. Hold on, just make sure. Hopefully my app ain't glitch on me. It's loading. So if you did call, my bad. But continue to smash that like button. All right. While I wait for these people to call up. And what I'll do, I'm gonna jump into another topic while the phone line is loading up. I don't know why it's taking so long, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. In the meantime, I want to talk about Deuce McBride as well. Oh, and by the way, I keep forgetting to mention this. For the Knicks Tape Madness people, the people that's in the Knicks Tape Madness Cup, right now it's between me and HIM, but I am working on the trophy. I keep forgetting to update that. But yeah, the trophy, I am working on it. Okay. So the winner between me and H&M, because me and him are in the finals right now, will get the trophy. All right. And the bragging rights for fantasy basketball. So if you guys want to be a part of next year's fantasy basketball, all you gotta do is join the OKF Nation. All right. Let me see what's up with these phone lines. Hold on. Uh-oh, don't tell me the phone lines is tripping. Don't tell me the phone lines is tripping. It opened up and closed again. Why is it doing that? All right, I'm gonna jump into another topic though while I troubleshoot that. Let me go to. All right, so let me go to Josh Hart really quickly. Josh Hart impacting the game at a high level, a very, very high level. And his 33-point performance definitely symbolizes that effort that he's putting in. And, we got to give Josh Hart a big time salute. One of the things about this team, and this could also be added to the defense of my client, is that this Knicks team definitely is a team that is based on resilience, being a resilient group of guys. And Josh Hart, he just fits right in, and he does what we need him to do when we're lacking it the most. So he's finding his gear at the right time. Right? Okay, cool. He's finding his gear at the right time. And, you know, he's putting in the work. So this is what he had to say about Josh Hart. I mean, about his performance against Indiana. He said, when I knew Jalen Brunson wasn't playing, hey, yo, the antics that the Knicks do, yeah, I'm not really with that. But anyway, so he said that Jalen Brunson was going to be there to hog the ball, right? And so he took advantage of Brunson's absence, and Hart recorded one of the most efficient games in franchise history to score 30-plus points on 90% or better shooting. That's really fire. I talked about on Monday some of the names that he was there with, and, you know, it's some real historic stuff. You know, you're talking about Bernard King was on the list. Who else was on the list? Not McAdoo. It was another older. He was on. It was some really great names on that list to score 30-plus points on 90% shooting. And so we got to give the brother his props. We really do, right? And so, you know, Josh Hart stepping up the way he does, it's just a testament to how, you know, the team has been functioning, you know, thus far. By the way, the lines are open. So I was troubleshooting it on the back end. So, you know, you guys could call up whenever you're ready to call up. Oh, all right, bet. Yep. So yeah, we good on the lines. We definitely good on the lines. But oh yeah, they got the names right here. Yeah, Bernard King was one, Willis Reed, and Walt Bellamy. All right, you talking about some legendary names that have your name tied to, and all of this stuff. The best thing about it, and I'm gonna talk about this tonight on the when I do the Knicks and 10 show. But Josh Hart, man, his performance is so incredible. Like seriously, like in defense, and part of the defense for my client is that we have a team where guys step up when it's needed the most. Right? We have a team where one guy goes down and the next guy pops up and does what he has to do. But this is legendary stuff, man. And his shooting is back. Josh Hart, before, I think it was the All-Star break, was shooting 40% from three, which is fire. And that's a very high mark. So we knew that wasn't going to stick, right? We knew that wasn't going to stick. But bottom line is, you know, Josh Hart stepping up the way he does. When Brunson goes down, Hart puts 30 up. OG puts 20 up. Towns gets his buckets, right? So we just have a team where guys can step up and cover for each other. And this is why Josh Hart playing this well is so important. Now, I'm going to talk more about his 10-game performance, but, man, look out, man. These Knicks we're playing our great I know the competition is not as great, but even when we went up against the gauntlet that Alan Hahn called it, we was 3-3 against those 500 and above teams. OKC and the LAs. We beat Denver. We beat Toronto, right? And who was the other team? Toronto, Denver. I don't remember the other team. But either way, we went 3-3 during that stretch. So, you know, this is a team. Oh, the Spurs, right? So, you know, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. So it's very important that Hart is doing his thing. I just had to highlight that and also add that to the defense of my client that, hey, this is a team environment. And so Josh Hart stepping up to be that fourth guy when the fourth guy is not there, Mikal Bridges. Dude got a special calling up.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, Yuri, man? Great to hear from you again, man. Big time salute.
I'm back.
How was your excursion, man? It was good?
It was beautiful, brother. Very beautiful.
Nice, man. Sometimes you just need that to reset, man. But where are you going today?
Let's talk to draft picks. Let's talk about the draft. I really want that kid from Duke. I know injuries is a big thing right now.
Oh, okay. Gumba, yeah.
I really want him in Duke. I really want him in the Knicks uniforms. We don't know what's going to happen with Mitch this season.
Right. Yep.
I really would want someone like that.
Solid, bro. Very solid.
Very solid. And 7-1, he can shoot the ball. I think he can shoot a clean ball as well.
Yep, a little bit. Yep. Oh, it's in his
That's
arsenal.
right. I'll call you back. I have my pops on at the door.
All right, no doubt. All right, call back. That's my man Yuri. Right? He had to, he was doing his thing, man. He had to take a little break, man. But he's back now. That's all that matters. He's good. And yeah, he's doing his thing, man. I'm happy for Yuri. As far as the kid from Duke, Gumba, if they allow Gumba to fall to the Knicks, bro, Tariq, this draft is so crazy. Honestly, I hope that Wizard. If the Wizards could lose that pick, bro, do you know how epic that would be? Like, seriously, do you know how epic that will be? All right, I talked about Josh Hart. Let's have fun with Giannis really quickly. let's have fun with Giannis. So Giannis had some news came out with Giannis, right? I saw it when I was getting off the show yesterday. I was like, Max was like, we could have did a show on that. I was like, Then I said, you know what? We're going to address it. We're going to address because there is a Nick angle to this, right? And the Milwaukee Bucks are a team that is in no man's land right now. They don't control their own first round pick for the next 2 years. So in a trade push, right? For the Knicks, right? This is why all of these games are important. Washington has, we have Washington's pick. It's top 8 protected. If that pick falls to 9, we get the pick. But now we could trade that 9th pick for Giannis. We could trade the 9th pick for Giannis because Milwaukee does not control their own pick. They have the least favorite of the next 2. Now, to be fair for them, I think next year, I think it's between them and is it New Orleans again or Atlanta? Atlanta controls the pick, but I don't think Atlanta's record matters. I think it's New Orleans. So next year they could tank. Because if they tank next year, well, no, they can't because here's the problem. The Pelicans could be a good team next year, right? So this is why they're in no man's land because they got to get the worst of the pick. So right now, they're not a bottom team, right? They're like at the top of the bottom teams. So there's no guarantee they're going to get a top pick, right? So they're kind of in a catch-22, but they want to get Giannis up out of there. I think the Bucks are like, yeah, Giannis, we're tired of you. So Giannis, he's like, I want to play, right? He wants to play. And the Bucks is like, nah, there's no reason to play. We're not going to the playoffs. So you might as well sit out. And let me show you in the standings exactly where they are. This I'll show you how bad of a position they're in. See where they are? They right here. All right? They trying to fall below the Bulls, but they are literally at the top of the bottom. You see that? The top of the bottom. So, yes, they want to lose more games, and having Giannis there, they're not going to lose as much games as they would like to. So that's why they're trying to get Giannis the hell up out of there. All right? And so all the Knicks people are like, yo, Giannis, just sit out. Just sit out, brother. Hey, man, let's sit out. Let them try to get as worst pick as they could possibly get, right? And, also, just we're going to send you to New York, Giannis, man. Relax. Giannis is like, but the yonder of the game, this is the case. The way you do things is the way you do everything. Giannis has grown in Milwaukee by being the ultimate competitor and eventually led the Bucks to their first championship in 5 decades. The Bucks should not give up on the season until they're mathematically eliminated. This is what Giannis's take is. Because constantly cultivating a winning culture is important as anything in the NBA. Knock it off. Stop it. The fans have purchased tickets to see him. That is true. I agree with that part. Fans purchasing tickets. I mean, how many of you guys plan trips to other cities or trips to go see your favorite player, and then he's not there. That's crazy. So I do agree with that part. But Milwaukee has games to win. Why? That's going to hurt them. That should matter. On top of that, Giannis is a rare figure who could reach some of the most historic NBA benchmarks. I think that matters too. See? So I don't give a damn about that. I don't care. Oh, he's injured. Look, this is his only injury season. This is and he's been injured in 2 playoffs. Y'all trying to make it like it's this man's entire career. Giannis is Giannis. We have the best medical staff in basketball. All right. So whether he plays or not, I don't think it negatively impacts us. But what I want the Bucks to get a good pick. I would like to see the Bucks like fool the draft and get a number 1 pick. Because if the Bucks get a number 1 pick, that'll make them more willing to trade Giannis. Do you get that? If the Bucks get a number 1 pick, that would make them more willing to trade Giannis, because to me, the only number 1 pick that makes sense is Cam Boozer. And you're not going to be able to play Giannis and Boozer together. So our best hope is for the Bucks to get Cam Boozer, so that way they'll be more willing to get rid of Giannis. Get him out. We're good. Then we could find a 3rd team to take OG. And Mikal's going to be tough. But maybe Milwaukee might have to settle on Mikal's contract. I'm sorry. I know that's my client. But the Bucks, in the Bucks case, you know, Milwaukee might be headed into a post-Giannis world. Facts. Only Giannis' agent and the Bucks know if his careful language to the media before the trade deadline was full of loopholes or not. That's facts. They know the truth. Regardless, it behooves the Bucks to spend the rest of the season taking. Facts. They're currently 10th in the draft order without lottery movement. Facts. If they can get to 9th, their chances for a top 4 pick improve from 13.9% to 20.3%. Do y'all see that? That is major. Remember, Dallas last year had the 9th greatest chance to get a first pick, a top pick, and they got the first pick. So Milwaukee still could get a top pick. And you know, the league is known for doing stuff like that. Yeah, you got rid of Luka, so we're going to give you Cooper Flag. So this is what my hope is. Yeah, y'all lost Giannis, but we're going to give y'all Cam Boozer. And everybody's happy. Make some noise for that. Knicks get Giannis, they get Boozer. That's fire to me. All right? So that's the argument there for both teams. The Bucks want him to shut it down. He wants to continue playing. I just gave them a middle ground scenario that I think works for all 3 teams, all 3 parties, the Knicks, the Bucks, and Giannis. Y'all all 3 get what you want. So get it done. Go get it done, NBA. All right. Definitely continue to smash that like button, man. We still cooking with hot grease. Very important to the algorithm to smash that like button. All right. To the person in the chat that said Cam Boozer isn't it, dog, you don't know nothing about basketball, bro. Like, seriously, I mean that respectfully. If you say Cam Boozer is not it, dog, you're not watching basketball.
Back now. So, you know,
what's
I
good, Yuri?
about, like, graphic. I'm really interested in Patrick.
Let's go.
I'm really interested in center aspect. The reason why I'm interested in center aspect is because we don't know what's going to happen with Mitch in free agency.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And the Lakers are in play, too.
Lakers are in play to get Mitch. Mitch is going to get the bag, folks. We got to recognize that.
Yeah. It's true.
Whatever happens in this playoff one is going to tell me what happens with Mitch. That's the first thing. Second thing I want to talk about, these Knicks are on a run of a lifetime. And
yes, sir.
And they're winning the games that they're supposed to win.
Fact.
To catch up to the 2nd seed. Now, seeding doesn't really matter to me, Karan, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
I would rather have home court advantage though this playoff run.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but if you could win to get it, we got to win to get it.
Right. And guess what? We got to win to get it. Also, real quick before I say this, prayers up to Cade Cunningham. You know, I hope his collapsed lungs gets healed. That is definitely not a fun injury to go through. And I hope best prayers to his health. But that puts Detroit in a really bad position right now.
Very tough. Very tough. It's going into a playoffs, even if he comes back. And no, we're there too. If Boston's on their heels, then we're on their heels. We right there. We like three horses clacking together. We right there. Trust me, we right there.
So basically, this is going to be a very, very interesting scenario to end this season.
100%.
And to the Cat comments, man, when I heard that Cat comment, I was like, yo, I can't even hate on Cat, bro. Man was playing to a quad the whole year. Was getting slattered by the media, us included, for his bad play. And he turned it around in the second half. So credit to him for that as well.
Salute the Cat. Big bodega.
Oh, I just love the vibes of this team right now, man.
Me too.
Also,
I think we're in a good place.
I really think. Also, Giannis, you're not slick. You are not slick, my man. We know what's going on in the media with you in Milwaukee.
Yep.
Like, just say you want to be traded.
Bingo.
Enough of this BS. Say you want to get traded for the free agency.
Thank you.
Whatever team you end up on, come on. I'm sick and tired of it. Salute.
Big time. I appreciate you, Yuri.
Seconds.
All right. It's my man, Yuri. Welcome back to OKF Nation, Yuri. I pretty much agree with mostly everything he said. You know, I think that the seeding doesn't matter once you get the seeding because you still got to win. But if we're on a pursuit to a particular seed, that matters. Like, we shouldn't be on some, nah, we'll just chill. Nah, dog. You better win every game you could possibly win. You want to take that mentality into the playoffs. And by the way, I told you so. We going on this run. Told you the run was coming. What's good, Joe from AC? Oh, damn. You coming out like that? Damn.
Oh, yeah, I mean, hey, I guess you got to because, you know, we're all the Detroit fans.
Damn. But, you know, we do wish good health to Cade, but as far as the Pistons fans, yeah, we want to laugh at them 100%.
No, I recently saw that they lost to the Raptors. You guys lost to the Raptors?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
They got a bunch of questionable losses.
Listen, man. I know it doesn't really matter in the regular season. We've been talking about that all year.
Right.
But, you know, we've been kind of like really owning the Raptors, man. Yep. But it hasn't even been this season. It's been this season. It's been last season. It's been the season before. That, you know, that relationship doesn't exist with us and the Pistons. Like, yeah, they beat us 3 times this year.
Right.
But, you know, what happened in the playoffs last year? You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
I think the Pistons fans, they forget about the playoffs last year for some reason. I don't know why. They just, it like, you know, conveniently leaves their head whenever we talk about, you know, the playoffs. So.
Right. You know why? Because they were so heartbroken. You don't want to remember your trauma. You don't want to remember the trauma. They were heartbroken.
But no, I heard you guys talking yesterday, and one of your callers said, oh, you know, the first NBA Cup winner, they got bounced in the first round, and the second NBA
Cup
winner. That was him,
number 9, yeah.
They got bounced in the Listen. What about teams that make it to the conference finals? What happens then?
See how sharp I am with the rebuttals?
Yeah, what are we doing then? Listen, man, Detroit, you guys got to make it out of the first round this year. If you guys want to,
it's gonna be tough without Cade, or if Cade is just coming back. Like if they just getting Cade like the first game in the playoffs, that's gonna be tough, dog.
Wait a second, you're bringing breaking news to me. Did Cade get hurt?
Yes, he did. You didn't know?
No, I'm just waking up, man. Sorry, I was up late.
Oh, that's why. Oh, okay, I get the energy. That's why I was saying we wish good health because he has a collapsed lung.
Oh, was he smoking on that loud? Oh, sorry, it's the family show.
Damn. Damn. Nah, no, he had something with the well, we know he left that game early. They were saying it was a back, but it turned out to be a collapsed lung.
How does that happen? How does your lung just randomly collapse? Is that from getting
it happens, man.
Just from getting contact?
Yeah, I mean he's a tank, bro. He goes to the basket, he's getting beat up. Seriously.
Yeah, I guess if you
So
get hit in
all
the
of
ribs
that,
in certain
yeah,
teams,
you get hit in the
punctured.
rib. I don't know. I didn't see the game where he got hurt. I just know that they thought it was a back injury. And then now we finding out it's the collapsed lung.
Damn, yeah, man. I was just kidding about him smoking. But, if you salute to him, hopefully he gets back better soon. We don't want to see
Right.
Detroit players, not be able to play us this year.
Right.
Even though we talk all this stuff to Detroit fans, we really just love the competition, man. That's really all this
That's
is
a
about.
fact.
You guys have been bringing us superb competition for the past year, and that's what us basketball fans have been looking for. We want to see really good basketball. So,
That's
know
a
what?
fact.
Salute to Detroit. Salute to you guys. I know you guys have been quiet in the chat, but
Crickets, definitely.
you guys will make a comeback. But,
yeah, next year they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Next year,
they'll be good next year. Yeah, next year they'll be all right.
Well, think about their franchise. They've been a poverty franchise for the past, at least 5 years. They haven't been doing anything.
No. Try 16 years. They hadn't won a playoff series.
And they finally got some life. Look at them. You know what I mean?
Yep,
But
Joe.
hey, man.
Yep.
Hey,
I hear
Detroit,
you.
don't be shy to call in, man. We're waiting
Number
to hear
9
from
won't
you.
be. But yeah, I hear you,
Number
Joe.
9's getting in? All right.
He would.
All right,
He
man.
would. All right, big time salute, Joe.
All right, salute.
All right. Number 9, if you out there, call up. We want to talk number 9. I'm going to get to Towns, too, after I take the couple of calls. We're going to get to Towns and what he said. I'm loving where the Knicks are, by the way. I think we're in a great position, man. Great position. Like serious position. What's going on, Randall?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, man? Nothing much, man. We're just talking about the Knicks, man, on a beautiful, Thursday afternoon. Where we going?
First I want to start off about what is it about the draft?
Oh yeah. Who you think we should get?
I don't know why we're talking about Cam Boozer because he is not going to be there when we pick at 27?
No. Somebody said in the chat that Cam Boozer is not like that or something like that. I said you bugging. Yeah, he said that Cam Boozer was not like that. I'm like, what? Yeah, you don't watch basketball.
Cam Boozer going to be going in the top 3.
Yeah, no, number 1. Yeah, he's out of there. Yeah, number 1. 100%. 100%. You could bet your bottom dollar he going number 1.
But now that 6'6" guy from Duke that you was talking about,
oh yeah, oh my God,
he might be there, maybe.
He's good,
but he might be gone by the time we pick at 27.
Yeah, no, 25, but he
25.
Well, is it 25 or no? Yeah, it would. Well, all right. It's projecting that we finish there. We could finish higher, but right now it would be 25.
Right.
But it could be 27. Possibly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For the record.
But nice to have a 6'6" 2 guard on the team.
Man,
that's athletic. That's athletic.
Man, this dude dunking everything. Don't give him a lane. He's fast. He's explosive. He could shoot. He could get buckets. And he plays a little bit of defense too. He just ain't got a lot of weight on him. He's gonna have to put a little bit of weight on, but man, he's solid, bro. If he falls to 25, or even Gumba, his teammate, the 7'1" dude, man, if we get Gumba, bro, Mitchell Robinson might be out of here, though.
Then also there was talk about that dude from Michigan. I think he's like 6'9", 6'10".
Mm-hmm.
I forgot his name, but there's some kid from Michigan.
Did I pull him up? Did I pull him up?
I think you did mention about him last week.
Oh, last week. Okay. Because I had a list of kids I was just reading off now.
Right.
But I listen. Most of these kids I don't know because I'm too much into the NBA to watch all this college basketball. But I do remember names.
As much college basketball as I used to.
Right. Yeah. It's just too much. How tall is the kid from Michigan State?
And watching college basketball over the last few weeks.
Okay. How tall is the kid from Michigan State? You know?
He plays for Michigan. I think he about 6'9", 6'10",
Oh,
250.
you talking about somebody different. I got this kid, a Dave Mara. He's 7'3" from Michigan. I got a kid here on this list. I'm not sure if you know about him.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Mara. They say he's 7'3". He's the longest boy in the draft. Anchors the defense, shuts down the rim. Great finisher, incredibly ambitious. And he's a flashy passer at 7'3". Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, I mean, it's a lot of these kids, man. It's a lot of talent, man. I keep telling everybody, the talent that's in American college, bro, is next level, dog.
Yeah.
Next level. These kids could really play. It's going to be interesting to see who goes what. I mean, if we could get that Wizards pick, I mean, more than likely it'll go in the Giannis trade, but still, man, it's a great option to have if we could get that Wizard pick.
I doubt we get that Wizards pick.
I know. But it would be nice. It would be nice.
Being that it's protected 1 through 8.
Yeah.
If they finish between 1 through 8, then what, it turns into a second round pick?
Yes, two second round picks.
That's probably what's gonna end up happening with our luck.
I hope not, man. But yo, Randall, I appreciate you, man. Great call. Thank you for letting me know about some more prospects, man. Big time.
All right. Salute.
That's my man, Randall. Channel member, Knicks Tape Madness Discord server, man. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. I'm about to get into this Karl Anthony Towns, but let's continue smashing that like button. A lot of people got a lot of stuff to talk about and say about our players. And by the way, if I miss your call, I will call back for the record, but continue to smash that like button. All right. We definitely cook it with hot grease. I don't know what happened to my chat. Good Lord. So I'm about to get into this Karl Anthony Towns. And the thing about Towns is that a lot of people have been talking about his fit in the system. A lot of people talk about, the comments that he made earlier in the season where he discussed, his role and things of that nature. But in the last 10 games, and I know because I'm doing a show tonight, the Knicks and 10 show, make sure you guys are in the building. But I know that Towns has been balling at a high level, right? Recently. And the comments that he made contradict what a lot of the naysayers and people have to say about Bodega Cat. And another thing, too, that we need to understand is that the Knicks are moving in a positive direction. Everybody is looking better except Mikal Bridges shooting. But in other areas, Mikal Bridges is looking better. The team is accelerating at a good pace. And I think that we're in a very, very good position right now. But, Karl Anthony Towns, one thing about him, you can say what you want, he's not a capper. He does a bad job at capping. He hasn't been shy, letting it be known how he feels about sacrificing for the team. He said he didn't know what his role was. Y'all remember that, right? And because he said that, a lot of you guys assume that there's trouble in paradise. We got all of these theories about Rick Brunson and this guy's not doing that, and this guy's affecting this, and et cetera, et cetera. But where is Towns now? See, a lot of times we hold on to a lot of the negativity that we've seen, but we don't give grace and honor to the fact that people could change their position. You could change how you feel, man. And just because you feel that way today, it doesn't mean that you're going to feel that way tomorrow. So Big Bodega Cat clearly has made strides, and Towns look comfortable and is playing his best basketball of the season. Do y'all see that? In the 14 games since the All-Star break, he's averaging 20.9 points per game on 58.9% shooting from the field. See, I don't give a damn about the points. And this is what my client, the one thing I don't defend about my client is his shooting percentage is bad in recent games. Not for the year. Don't add sauce to it. Oh, Mikal, he hasn't been shooting the ball well for the last 28 days. That's cap. Mikal has been shooting bad for 6 games in a row, 7 games in a row. Don't add to it to make it more in defense of my client. I could give a damn about the points. The shooting percentage has been up. He didn't just start shooting the ball well. The points are what we see. What I need y'all to do, and we call it surface level stats. I need us to look beyond the surface level stat. The surface level stat is points. Oh, he's scoring this amount of points. That means he's not playing well. That's cap. You don't know what the coach wants unless the coach tells us. You don't know what the general manager wants. You don't know the marks and goals that these teams have for their star players. So he's shooting 58.9% from the field. That's excellent for a big man who shoots from the perimeter, by the way. And 43% shooting from three-point range. I'm going to give him a salute for that. The shooting is up. In the 51 games before the break, he's averaging 19.8 points per game. Yes, we care about that, but I don't really care about that. I care about this. 46% from the field and 35% from deep. Because you know what? The percentage tells you a deeper story. This shows that he was uncomfortable. And he voiced it in interviews. I don't know where I belong. I'm just going to use my experience to do what I do. But Mike Brown has been talking about all year making adjustments. And now, even though a lot of us think that Towns he's not getting enough shots at times, but he is getting to his spots where he's comfortable a lot more than he did earlier in the year. So here are the comments that I think puts a lot of that other stuff to bed. I just want to be in spots I'm supposed to be in and impact winning. This is what he had to say. Now, I want to hop on this really quickly because when Detroit #2 called it and said, oh, yeah, y'all got chemistry problems. Nobody likes Brunson take a shot. Yo, honestly, y'all need to throw that narrative in the goddamn trash. All of this Brunson is this and da-da-da-da, and they got beef. These guys love each other, though. They're a little too friendly at post-game ceremonies. I don't like the post-game antics that they do. But that is out of fun. That is out of camaraderie. Gershon Yabusele said he came to the Knicks because they had great chemistry. That's why he came there. Everyone could see it. See, I play basketball, so I understand when guys are losing and guys are upset, and now you look at that and you say, damn, these guys don't like each other. No, it's basketball. They had the famous clip of the Knicks are up 30-something, and Mitch and Towns are on the bench arguing. Oh, look, there's trouble there. They're winning the game, and they're arguing. What about the other 66 games where Towns and Mitch, who sit together every game, by the way? They said Towns and Mitch sits together every game. By the way, for all the double big lineup people, you know, based on the evidence I'm seeing, it's looking a little better. I still think it's trash, but it's looking a little better. I'll talk more about that later, just to give a teaser for the next show that we're going to do. But Mitch and Towns sit together every game, and they smile, and they talk, and that's my man's. No one talks about that, but the one game you're arguing, and now there's beef, drama, turmoil. So another thing about this comment, I just want to be a spots I'm supposed to be at impact winning. Another thing about this comment is that I keep telling you that The whole Towns wants shots. Narratives is stupid. Like he's mad that Brunson, that's stupid. Because Towns, every time he's supposed to be the dominant alpha dog, he keeps talking about, I just want to be in the spots I'm supposed to be in impact winning. Not that I'm finally getting the shots that I need now to be that alpha dog or to be that monster, that beast, that to be the 20+ point scorer that I was. No, it's not the response. He always thinks about team. I've been asked to take listen to this. I've been asked to take a different role this year. Hold on. Pause. Time out. Last year, I defended my client. What did I keep telling y'all? His role, Mikel's role from last year is different this year. I said that last night. That was the crux to the entire presentation last night. The role is different. By the way, go watch that Mikal Bridges video. I'm telling you, it's a good watch. The role is different. It's a different coach with different expectations. I've been asked to take a different role this year, and I'm glad. Hello. Hello. He said, I'm glad. Karl-Anthony Towns was never disgruntled about shots. He was disgruntled because he wasn't playing well in the role that he was assigned. But now they made tweaks and adjustments where he could be efficient. That's all he wants. So I can't believe he just said that. It's lies. Cat has a problem. He's upset he's not getting enough shots. It's the most baseless claim that you could make. This is the truth, and he doesn't have to. I keep telling y'all, the NBA has the most media-trained athletes in all of sports. That's why I don't like watching player interviews. I really don't. Because you don't get nothing from it. Yeah, we should play basketball the right way, and then I'm gonna continue to rebound, and if I rebound, then we're gonna win and we're gonna do good. What the hell is that? Very rarely do you get an article where we could actually dissect what he said. Most of the time it's, when we pass the ball and the ball is moving, we generally score and we do well. I know that. We all know that. But when he talks about his role and he says, I'm glad I'm impacting winning and maximizing being the star of my role, not the team. Not the team, the star of my role. That's it. Let that sink in. I have different expectations. No, Cat needs to be the guy. They're not asking him to be the guy. His role is to be the secondary guy. And Cat is acknowledging it, and he's glad that he's impacting winning in his role. No, he didn't just say that. No, he couldn't have possibly said that. There's no way Cat means that. He's upset. Jalen Brunson is the enemy. This is what y'all think. Some of y'all, not all of y'all. Rick Brunson. Oh. Look at my dad, the OG Knicks fan. I feel like my dad kind of started this whole Rick Brunson slander. I get it. It could be true, but all we have is the things that are said involuntarily. It's not what they say, it's what they don't say. You got to watch what they don't say. You can't look at what they say, because if you look at what they say, you're going to just be hit with the yes. And, ball movement is key for a team. And if you pass the ball to the left and you pass it to the right, eventually you will score. That's what they're going to give you. It's about what they don't say. In this case, I am here to be the second option for Jalen Brunson. I finally acknowledged that. And now I'm having success based on what I expect from myself and what the coaching staff expects from me. It's very deep. I keep telling you, it's not what they say, it's what they don't say. They're the most media-trained athlete in the world. You're not gonna, it's not like boxing, where guys just get on the mic and curse people out and N-word this and N-word that, and nah, it's not, it's man, basketball is just too media-trained, which is a good and bad thing. Just doing whatever our team, once again, just doing whatever our team needs so that we can be the best versions of ourselves. He's always thinking about team, dog. And I know that because of what he doesn't say. Repeatedly, he's always going to team and not individual. And it's deliberate because that's the way he was programmed. Remember, he comes from Kentucky. But Devin Booker was coming off the bench. Do you know how stacked that Kentucky team was? He played 20 minutes a game where he could have easily got 30-plus minutes anywhere else in the nation. He was the number one kid going into Kentucky. But he was good in a scenario where he could take less light, less shots, but still be the number one pick because everyone knew the talent that Karl-Anthony Towns had, but he never had the alpha dog mentality. I keep telling y'all that. But y'all thinking that he has to be this guy and y'all making him something that he's not. That's why the argument with Shaq was pointless. Two different mentalities having a conversation about what mentality is right. You're never going to agree. Shaq is from the old school, I'm the big man, dominant big man mentality because big men are the best players in the history of the game. Jordan and Kobe, that's recent times. In the early days, it was always about the big man. The big man was the MVP. The ball went through the big man. You played inside out. That's the mentality that Shaq is coming from. Towns is coming from a more, I am a part of a unit, and I just want to be the best of myself in the unit. And I'm not trying to get it done by myself. That's why Jalen Brunson is very important. So he always is talking about team. He don't got to say that, dog. He's saying that because that's his program. Just doing whatever the team needs so that we can be the best version of ourselves. Especially right now. We're getting late in the season. We need to build better standards. So no, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't want to be the alpha dog. He doesn't want to be the star of the team, the only. So he wants the team to be stars. He wants everybody because that's where he comes from. He comes from a system of that, where it's we, not I. And the Knicks have a very unique team. Everybody is pretty much unselfish on the basketball floor. Jalen Brunson gets busy. He does what he has to do. But everybody else looking the part. And now, I can't wait for the next show. But yeah, Karl-Anthony Towns, man. I mean, anything else will be uncivilized. All right. Keep the calls coming. If you want to call, you can. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. But also smash that like button. You guys know we do 100 likes minimum, not to be confused with the maximum, okay? All right? Big time salute to everybody in the universe. I mean, the universe. I just see the comment, and I said the word. It's crazy how sometimes auto-suggestion works. Uh-oh, big time salute to my man, Mellow Mike in the building. All right? Big time salute to Prim's dad, all right? J-Tap, JJ, all right? OKF Nation in the building. I see you. I see you. And whoever said Towns is like Draymond, nah, hell no. There's no way he could ever be like Draymond. No, Towns is the second option. Draymond never in life, in any world, would be a second option. In any world, you know? And also, you know, they are going more to Towns lower. He's getting more 2-point opportunities. He's also shooting a lot more like 2-point, not a lot, but more 2-point, like kind of like fall away kind of shots from 2-point range, stop and popping kind of like 2-point shots. Something I think that if he does more of that, he definitely can improve his scoring easily to 25 just by taking them little stop and pop twos. He could hit those. He just doesn't take enough of them. And I think that he will take more. Moses, give me a second. I'm gonna get back to the phone lines, to all the people who call, and you guys can continue to call. But I do want to talk about Deuce McBride really quickly, because I feel like Deuce McBride is a very, very interesting case. And first of all, I know I'm very critical of Leon Rose, but I do got to give him a big time salute, and I'm gonna explain that in a second. So one thing about me, I consider myself an independent Knicks analysis, right? So I read in between the lines. I don't just read the lines. And that's why I know when I get on here and I say something that may appear to be just out of this world, is because I do a lot of reading, I do a lot of research, and I watch a whole lot of basketball. I watch too goddamn much basketball. I'm watching the Boston Celtics like they my team right now, because I'm preparing for a debate with this guy. Hopefully he doesn't find his way to back out of the debate, but I'm watching a lot of Boston Celtics games, and I'm noticing certain things. And so I pay attention to a lot. So when I read this right here, Knicks shared Deuce McBride injury update. All right. Deuce McBride initially with the surgery, right? We know that was around the All-Star break. He has what's called a sports hernia. Now, this is a special injury. It's different from a regular hernia. Let's just start there. A sports hernia is not the same as a regular hernia. All right. And so there's always going to be some precautions when you're dealing with such an injury of that magnitude. Okay. So I had to do some digging, do some research. And what I found is kind of concerning. Right. The big question is whether or not he be ready to return for the playoffs. All right. And of course, many of us was looking up injury information. But here's the thing with the Knicks, they don't give a lot of updates. We got to live with Mike Brown saying, yeah, he's doing well. We got to live with the updates from MSG Sports that say, oh, well, you know, Deuce, he's taking contact. What does that mean? Does that mean that he's going to be ready to play? How long was Jason Tatum taking contact and playing in the G League and doing things before he returned? Okay. So we don't have the timetable, and there isn't a see. This is a very salute to Posting and Toasting, because this is the realest statement that I heard. This isn't a guarantee that he'll be back in the regular season, but with about a month to go before the playoffs, the fact that he's progressing well seems like there's signs of pointing towards a pre-playoff return. I love the no guarantee part. There's no guarantee. And this is what Mike Brown said. I try not to hear the updates, though, because does that mean he'll be back in 2 weeks? This is a great statement by Mike Brown as well. 3 weeks, a week, 10 days. I don't know. Now, remember what I said about the media train. It's not what they say, it's what they don't say. What didn't he say here? He didn't give a definitive date. And honestly, to him, there's a mystery there. Or if it's not a mystery, then he knows something that we don't know. And he's not sharing it directly because he can't. What I will say is this. All right. Sports hernia, not a traditional hernia. right, is actually a core muscle injury. All right. Now, a lot of us thought that he had an ankle injury at the time, which I think he did, but apparently the core muscle injury is what really kept him out all of this time. He had surgery. He had to address the hernia, right? Now, this is an injury that compromises your stability and force transfer, all right? It's not something that just popped out. It's very important. So what happened when we talk about the core, his core was completely damaged, all right? And because of that, here is the key. And salute to Dr. Julia Lafrate. She did a video piece with the Post that was fire. And she uttered some of the concerns that I seen and when I was looking this up as well, right? So everything slows down. The core connects. Remember, this is what the core connects: your hips, your legs, your upper body. All right. That's literally everything that it takes for you to be explosive, because this is something that she talked about. So he could be cleared to play, right, within the 4 to 8 week time frame. But will he be back to his normal self? That is the mystery. When will that take place? Because it could happen in 2 months, but usually it takes 3 to plus months. The timeline that Dr. Julia Lafrate mentioned was 12 to 16 weeks. Remember, the injury occurred in February, early February, okay? Now, he's going to need the physical therapy, which he's been doing to get his core and his hips and all of those things together. Now, the problem here, because I told you that the core connects the hips and all of those things that you need to be explosive. Deuce relies on his explosive athleticism for his defense and his ability to get to the basket in transition and otherwise when he has lanes. So while he can recover, she says the timeline could be closer to 3 months. It's possible, but even when he comes back, he's going to be stiff and he's going to be slower. All right? Now, that right there can really hurt his progress. So while he's not hurt, right, he's kind of recovered, he still doesn't have the explosion yet. And when the core isn't stable, your hips are overworked, your groin overcompensates, and your lower back tightens. That's what creates the stiffness. So yes, he can shoot, he could dribble, he could play, and in minutes restriction. Keywords to minutes restriction. Just hold on to that. But the first step, the thing that makes him a dominant athlete, him sliding on defense, 94 feet, closeouts, that's the last thing to come back. In Mike Brown's soliloquy, he did not mention that. He did not talk about his ability to use his first step, his slides, nor did he talk about closeouts. So what will happen with Deuce? All right, this is a concern. All right, and salute to Dr. Julia Lafrate. She confirmed everything that I'm saying. And so with the minutes of potential limited Deuce and minute restrictions, that's why I got to salute Leon Rose for going to go get Jose Alvarado. Jose Alvarado is a very important player for this team because he gives you some of what Deuce gives you. Of course, he doesn't have the size and athleticism. He has the speed, but he doesn't have the explosive aggressiveness, the aerial assault that Deuce has. But making that move is vital because even if Deuce plays, he may not be able to play long. So having Jose there as an alternative is going to be crucial. Jordan Clarkson as well is going to be crucial because Jordan Clarkson gives you the buckets. Remember, Deuce McBride was giving us like 12.5 or something buckets a game. So having offense and guys with the ability to put the ball in the basket like a Jordan Clarkson is going to help tremendously. But after doing my homework on the core muscles and listening to Dr. Julia Lafrate talk, I am concerned that Deuce won't be back. And if he does come back, I don't think it would be the same quality of Deuce. And then you to all my people know, especially all the channel members that know I did that video on Mitchell Robinson, is this a sinister plot to hurt that man's money by taking away a potential playoff run from him? I don't know. I'm not going to put that on the Knicks, but I think the Deuce McBride saga will be an interesting one going forward. All right, so that's the Deuce injury update that no one is really talking about except Dr. Lafrate. Everyone is optimistic, but what about the optimism makes you optimistic when we know that his explosion is the last thing to come back and he relies on his explosion? Without the explosion, Deuce is a different Deuce. What's good,
Yep.
Moses?
What's going on?
Everything's good, man. Talk to me, man. Where you want to go? Towns? Where you want to go? Playoffs? Where you going to?
Man, listen, again, man, I just feel like what's going to happen with McBride, man? What's going to happen with Deuce? Will he be back when the postseason comes?
Well, I just read an article and I just quoted Dr. Julia Lafrate that his explosion, yes, he's good, but there's a potential chance that he won't have the same explosion that he had. You know how fast and athletic he is? That's the last thing to come back. So there's no guarantees. No one knows exactly when it's gonna come back. And also there is no clear timeline. When Mike Brown made his comments, it was kind of very, very open-ended. And he also said he doesn't know when he'll be back either.
Yeah, so I think chances are he might be out for the postseason.
There's a great chance of that because unless like he comes back like late first round and we're on a deep run and then you get him acclimated by the Eastern Conference Finals, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's my concern with Deuce.
Anyways, I just hope we get to the finals and win. That's one thing. That's all I care about. But like that, I remember that 7-footer you talking about from the college.
Which one? We talked about a bunch of them.
Like the one that you liked. I forgot his name.
From Duke, Gumba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we need a big man. We got enough guards on the team, bro. I'm talking about we need 6'10", 6'10" and up.
But it's this kid now, Montez Johnson. He's 6'9". He could shoot and he plays defense.
We need a big man. We need size, man. Like we need like 6'10" and up, like at least 6'11" and up.
But 6'9" is not good for you?
I mean, but then again, to slow down Siakam, to slow down like the big boys like Jokic and them, when we play them, you're gonna need a big man that's taller than that.
Okay. I don't know no 7-footers guarding Siakam. I don't see that happen. Siakam is a problem. Not a 7-footer. You need an OG Anunoby. That's what you need. You need another OG.
We noticed, but we played them last year, and we could have slowed them down. You were OG guarding.
No, I'm not saying OG in particular. I'm talking about somebody in that size range. That's like 6'9", 6'8".
Yeah.
That can guard. Because Siakam is on the perimeter. He's not in the post.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the mid post.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, this year, stop playing around, man. Get to the finals this year, because next year is not promised for us. More times than not, we're not gonna make it next year. I could be wrong, but this year, try to get to the finals, man.
Man, you get Giannis. You're going to be in the finals next year. Facts.
I mean, but without giving up too many players, without pulling that.
Ain't no too many players. It's going to be Bridges and OG. They out of here. Ain't no too many players. I already debunked that argument. There's not going to be two. It's going to be Bridges, OG, get them the hell out of here, and bring in Giannis. That's what it would be. It ain't going to be nothing more than that. Maybe throw in a deuce. That's it.
But I don't think
done.
they're going. I don't think they're going to get rid of Deuce. But Mikel and Bridges, Mikel and OG, I think that might be good enough. You think so?
Man, listen, if Deuce has to go, he's out of there. I don't know what the hell you talk about. Anybody for Giannis, man. Not everybody, but anybody. That's just how it would have to be.
All right, man. We'll see.
All right, Moses. Big time. I appreciate you, brother. All right. Listen, let me just tell you something. I am the objective fan. I don't care about who has to go in a goddamn deal. Anybody can go. There's no player that's untouchable. We do not have untouchable players. We don't. They all can go for Giannis. We're talking about Brunson, Giannis, Towns. Do you know how crazy that's going to be? I can get another Deuce McBride. That ain't hard to find. How many sick? They got a kid named Tyreek Evans who's 6'5". A phenomenal shooter. And he plays a little bit defense. That's my Deuce McBride. I get him at 25. Okay, there's my Deuce McBride. What are we talking about? Like, I don't know, man. Y'all, I don't know. What's good, Mellow Mike? He says, Karan, do you think a call to the G League for Deuce situation? Are you saying that if you go to the D League to send Deuce to the D League? Call up, Mike. Call up. Call up. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you saying to send Deuce to the G League to get comfortable? Or are you saying to get a player from the G League to replace Deuce? Do you think call to the D League for Deuce situation? Let me know what you mean by that. I do appreciate the super, though, too, by the way. Let's see if this brother answers. All right, he didn't answer. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, you can't. You work it. Okay. I got you. But in terms of if you're saying, I'm going to answer both instances. If you're saying you want to send Deuce to the G League, oh, I ain't talking about that trade. I'll save that for tomorrow. But if you're talking about, oh, no, we can't. We can't call up because we have too many players on the contract. We have too many players on the contract. By the way, like Maxine said, we only 17 likes away from 100, so we might as well continue to get those likes up. It's very, 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 very important. So yeah. To the person that said Giannis is falling apart, man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. If Giannis is falling apart, then that means OG fell apart. If Giannis is falling apart, then that means Mitchell Robinson fell apart. What the hell are we talking about? Smash that like button. The man gets one injury year, and now we forget that all the years of his career, he's been durable. Now we forget that we got Casey Smith and the best training staff in basketball. We're going to forget all of that. And then we're just going to say Giannis he's done because he got some injuries. Smash that like, and the knee injury, by the way, is not a serious injury. That's why there's a debate about Giannis playing. They want to shut him down because they want to complete their tank. But Giannis wants to play. That's where we are right there. All right. All right. Continue to smash that like button. No, let's get the likes up. I have another article I could get to, but I'm gonna save that. Let me see my man Zach. Big time salute to you, Zach. No, I got him. You could send Deuce to the G. Well, the G League is about to be over. I think by the time Deuce is ready to come back, there won't be a G League. I think the G League ends this month. So there won't be a G League to send Deuce to. All right. And he's not, man, that sports hernia is no joke. It's no joke, dog. And what we need from Deuce is the explosiveness. All right. Come on, man. We're only 10 likes away from 100 mark, man. Let's continue to get those likes up. It's very important. By the way, salute to you, Tugboat Taylor. All right, I see you in the building, man. I do appreciate you for your support as well last night, man. You definitely held it down, man. One of the real MVP donors. All right, and like I said, man, Giannis, man, y'all don't know what, man. You talking about Brunson, Giannis, and Towns, man. Like that right there is a serious combination. The 4-5 pick and roll, dog, with Giannis and Towns, unguardable. Towns might shoot like 50% from three, 65% from the field with Giannis. We be the #1 offensive bat, 100%. And if I could keep Landry Shamet, that's the only player I want back. Landry Shamet. All the rest of them could go. Landry Shamet, if I could keep him. Ooh. If I could get Bobby Portis in the deal too. Ooh. Man, y'all don't understand, bro. Y'all don't understand the levels. Of course, we got to take on Antetokounmpo. You know, we got to get the brother and then put the other brother with the Westchester team. But it'll be worth it. It's only one goddamn spot. We had 14 spots for the entire year. What's one goddamn spot? We'll give the spot to his brother. His brother deserves to be there. His brother makes him a really great player. Come on, we only just 4 likes away, man. Let's get to that 100 like mark, man. All right, let's stop playing with the algorithm. Let's get the likes up. J-Tap says, damn, Objective, you always throw another player under the bus in order to make me a point. How am I throwing the players under the bus, though? Who did I throw under the bus? By saying that I'm going to trade you, that means that I'm throwing you under the bus? No, I'm throwing you in a trade. Throwing you under the bus would be like saying, yo, you trash and he's better than you. That's something that I'd never do. But I'm saying that anybody can go in a goddamn trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo because whoever you want to keep ain't got half the accomplishments of Giannis. So, yeah, you can go. Sorry. I'm not throwing nobody under the bus. You wildin'. Nah, Mitch most likely will be up out of here. Mitch is gone. That's why we're talking about his replacement. One more like to 100 and we hit the mark, y'all. So smash that like button on the way in. Nah, Mitch is out of here. You trade for Giannis, Mitch is out of here. It's 100%. And honestly, even if you don't trade Mitch, trade for Giannis, Mitch is probably out of here. The Lakers are a threat to sign Mitch, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. Do not count. The Lakers are going to screw you one way or the other. I did a show on that. All right? I did a show on that. But listen, I'm going to be back tonight for This Week Inside the Knicks. For the Knicks in 10 show. I do appreciate all of you guys and your support. All right? And until next time, as always, let's go.